Hello there, I'm Andres, co-founder of LVLup video game museum in Estonia, and today I will talk about McDonald's toys. Yes, I know it's a quite interesting topic and unusual. Few months ago I would never think that I will talk about McDonald's toys and it will be something kind of serious. It's this part of culture that just exists. And you know that it's somewhere there, but you really never think about it. It's like we know that there is Coca-Cola with white bears, we know that there is a Burger King and KFC has this old man with mustache, and there are many brands and toys and everything. But at the same time, McDonald's always was a part of my life, and quite interestingly, it's a part of many generations. In Estonia, McDonald's came after the fall of the Soviet Union. After a few years, in 1995, if I remember correctly, and at that moment, I was still going to kindergarten, and I remember that my mother gave me this toy. So this was quite nice at that point. I think I loved the toy. Otherwise, I would never, remember the moment from my childhood. I don't remember many things from my childhood, but I know that I had this toy. And I see that it's 1995. So, why do I remember it? Because at that moment in Estonia, it was quite a hard time for many families. Of course, I cannot remember it because I was a small child, but now, when I look on the history of Estonia, and when I hear all the stories from my parents and friends and relatives, it was a crazy time. The country became independent, and of course that meant a loss of many jobs, poverty, and changes. And McDonald's came to us, to my generation, and we always had those toys because they're not expensive. You buy a Happy Meal and you get a toy. So I had a lot of those toys, and everyone from my friends and relatives, they all had those toys. And we never considered them something important, but we all had them. And of course, it works both ways. That means that we got more into the McDonald's food, all those hamburgers, fries. I cannot say it's great. But at the same time, we had cheap toys, and they were not so bad. On the market, at that point, there were many toys from China with a very low quality, and I would say I consider McDonald's toys better quality than most of that stuff that we could buy on the streets. And while I was growing up, I had many toys, even when I was already a student. Just why not? Like there is a collection of Mario toys. I like Mario. Why I shouldn't buy some Mario toys? And someone is a fan of Smurfs, maybe, or Snoopy. So I always had them, but I never consider them anything valuable. So, why I'm telling all this? A few months ago I got a crazy idea to make exhibition of Happy Meal toys. Because we had a schedule in our gallery in the museum for art exhibitions, and because of the coronavirus, all the schedule just went out. Okay. Без проблем, я записываю просто видео. So, all of our schedule went to the trash bin. And the room was empty. there was nothing to do with it, and I just got this idea, why not? Let's put some toys in it. We had a lot of McDonald's toys. Why? I have no idea. They just came to the museum somehow. So I even don't remember how, but we had a lot of them, maybe 200 or more, from somewhere. So we got those toys and installed them. And I was like, oh, it's quite nice. It looks cool, but it's not enough. It's too small. Like, if you make exhibition of McDonald's toys, at least you have to have like 1,000 of them. So I started asking everyone, maybe you can give us some McDonald's toys. And strangely, many people told that, yeah, we had them, many of them, but we threw them away. And many people told me that yes, I remember I had great toys, like there was this Mickey Mouse, there were parts of Mickey Mouse, legs, chest, head, and you could put it together. It was a big Mickey Mouse and it was great. It was a good toy, but my parents threw it away. My grandmother threw it away. I threw it away. I forgot where it is. I broke it. And in the end, through all this time, only, I would say, less than 20 people really gave me their toys. Not because they didn't want to, but just because they threw them away. And at that point, I kind of understood that those toys from Happy Meals, they are somehow considered on the level of trash. Sounds bad, but you know, they are considered to be something cheap, really cheap. But at the same time, almost everyone I was talking with, they all are positive about those toys. They have great memories with them. They have toys in their memory that they loved. It's so strange. Like, it's a part of our life. It's a part of the culture, I would say, of Estonia. So weird. So McDonald's toys and McDonald's already became kind of like, I would say, really like a culture. And it's a part of our lives here. If at some point McDonald's will close or they will stop producing toys, it will be, I think, quite sad, at least for children of this generation. And why I think we really have this soft feeling for those toys is that when I finally could manage to have at least 800 toys, it took a lot of work. Unexpectedly, I had to travel by car in many pawn shops and talk with many people and ask friends of friends of friends. I got them all and opened this exhibition for free, just for people to visit. People really started coming to see those toys. So random people around Tallinn really came to the museum, not because of the video games, not because of the museum, but just to see those toys. While doing this, while having this exhibition, while collecting those toys, I've seen a lot of interesting I don't know the word, interesting things. First of all is that people are definitely crazy about Minions. I would say 1/3 of the toys I got are Minions. I even didn't put them all here, just because I had 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 copies of the same toy. It's just too much. People are really crazy about Mario, Snoopy, Hello Kitty. Those brands... Oh, Pokemon. Definitely. Okay, Pokemon, I understand, but still. Those brands really work. And because of that, McDonald's made many collections with those brands. Like, there are so many different Minions through the years. There are so many Mario toys through the years. But at the same time, those Mario toys, if you really look at them closely, you can see they made the same toy, just with different colors sometimes. And with Minions, yeah, there are copies. Oh, and Adventure Time. Oof, Adventure Time. I kind of consider them a bit lazy, but yeah. And lately, McDonald's is not really into soft toys. Old collections that I have, there are Winnie the Pooh or Lion King, some other collections. They are all soft toys. But right now, like from the last years, here in Estonia at least, there are not so many of those. Like there are toys, soft toys from National Geographic or that animation about dogs and animals. What do animals or dogs think? Something like that. I never seen it, but yeah. And yeah, it's you can really make some statistics. I can from some collections I have hundreds of toys. From other collections that were really close, like maybe next month or previous month, I have nothing, maybe one toy. And really, that means that brands do work. Because I have crazy amount of Luigi's that look the same. Look, it's the same toy. They just like stand differently. But from some other collections that are maybe even quite creative, I barely have anything. And one more thing is that yes, all the toys are almost the same size, a bit smaller, bigger, but there are some toys, some exceptions that are very big. I have no idea how they put them into Happy Meal, but there are some toys that are very big. And yeah, you can really see through the collections, see some kind of like ideas that they constantly reuse, just use different colors. Some ways that they use to make those toys cheap. Some creative things like electronic games they had with Crash Bandicoot, Spyro the Dragon, Sonic, they are great. And there are not so many of them. Maybe they were really expensive to produce. And even you can see how plastic changed, how materials changed, how coloring changed, and yeah. Unexpected topic for me, unexpected collection. Now the exhibition ended, we will collect them all back somewhere. I have no idea where to put them all, but we will put them somewhere and maybe we will show them again in a few years and the collection will grow even bigger. And I have no idea what to do with it. I have no idea where I'm going with this video, but at least I wanted to talk about those toys that I had them, my friends had them, maybe you had them, your children have them. And they're always around us. But at the same time, we never really talk about them. They are there as a cheap distraction for a child, as a way to make them buy junk food. But someone worked on them, someone made those designs. Some workers printed them and they do look nice. Why we buy for quite big money some Funko Pop figurines and consider them as a collectible and collect them. But at the same time we think that those toys are trash. Interesting. Maybe marketing again. Who knows? Goodbye.